LTTV, Blunt Talk with LT, back at it with another video. All right, so today the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, is going in on Dave Chappelle, saying that he made anti-Semitic remarks and says that he's normalizing and popularizing anti-Semitic tropes via comedy. So we kind of expect the same thing we did with Kyrie Irving, because they tried to, he was forced to donate them $500,000 for posting a link. I don't know what they want from Dave Chappelle, but they're coming through like giving this energy.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
This is comedy. Everybody gets joked on. Let's get into it. We're going to react to the entire monologue and see if there's any thing to substantiate their points, because this is comedy. Everybody gets joked on. I don't know what's going on here. It's funny because ESPN did a thing that was funny. That was like slick of them. Richard Jefferson, Stephen A., a bunch of black men on ESPN spoke about, okay, we're going to allow people to say, okay, we're offended by this. Said community dictates what is harmful, what is anti-Semitic, what is racist, what makes them feel a certain way is damaging to their community. So it's based on their feelings. We can't say what is offensive to them. If they say it's offensive, they can tell us it's offensive, and we have to respect that. They said that as a community. But when it comes to black people as well, what is deemed anti-black or racist, they got to respect that on the other side, because the way they're treating Kyrie is completely unnecessary and it's gone too far. He's already been suspended for what, 6 games? They said 5 games minimum. He got an indefinite suspension. So there's no time period on it. What up, TG? What up, D'Souza? Let's get it. Let's get into this now. We'll talk about that Kyrie shit later. We have a lot of shit to get into. Now, understand, there's only been 2 communities that have been offended by Dave Chappelle's jokes. The trans community in the last special, and now, well, I can't even say the Jewish community, because the Anti-Defamation League definitely represents the Jewish community, so they're putting the anti-Semitism on it, but I have not heard individuals from the Jewish community say anything. Let's get into it. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in.
Thank you. Thank you very much for being here. But before I start tonight, I just wanted to read a brief statement that I prepared. I denounce anti-Semitism in all its forms. And I stand with my friends in the Jewish community. And that, Kanye, is how you buy yourself some time.
So when the Anti-Defamation League has all these articles on Dave Chappelle, I'll search that up later, talking about anti-Semitic tropes, and he's saying he's anti-Semitic and blah, 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 putting that label on him. He started the entire monologue by saying that he denounces any of that. Basically hit him with the old, hold on, y'all.
Oh, shut up, nigga.
Let's get back into it. Just for some perspective, y'all, this is what's going on. ADL chief blasts Dave Chappelle monologue as normalizing anti-Semitism. All right, so that was it. That was the monologue. All right, that's all we have, at least. That leads to, ooh, this is the time of Israel's. Okay, how many different publications are running with this story? People, The Daily Beast, Entertainment Weekly, The Hill. What else do we got here? Page 6, Billboard, CNN. All of these publications, Variety, Complex, all of these publications branding Dave Chappelle as an anti-Semite or somebody that's spewing anti-Semitic rhetoric via a monologue in stand-up comedy. Now, judging from that and what we just seen, I don't think that was any of that. I think that this was just comedy, but once again, the offended parties tell people what they're offended by, apparently. So it can be as arbitrary as anything. If you mention anybody, I guess it's offensive. Anybody, like, every community, specific people get joked on in these stand-up comedies. Nobody gets emotional. Nobody starts putting these aggressive labels on people to try to stop them from further employment, because that's what this is. Kyrie Irving it's been 6 games. He's been suspended for 5. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Is the suspension in perpetuity? They're having all these conversations in the media talking about the team is better without Kyrie Irving, showing the record with and without, not mentioning the fact that he was suspended for 5 games, and they said at least. What are we doing here? The consequences are inordinate compared to what we see when other communities are disrespected. Who else is Robert Sarver? He was the one that was saying nigga, nigga, nigga. The owner of the Phoenix Suns. He got a little suspension with a date on it, of how long it would be. But he's not kicked out of the NBA. You don't see the Nike or any of these other things that are associated with the brand removing the Suns from their removing Suns jerseys off of. They're not separating themselves from the Suns as a brand due to racism, but there's all sorts of extremes because we see Kyrie's getting dropped from Nike. Kanye West is a different story. Kanye West stood up there with his chest out and said he's going to say anti-Semitic things, and they ain't going to do nothing about that. That's a different story. Nobody's defending that. Nobody's trying to pick at communities and say aggressive things or racist or anti-Semitic things purposely to try to get a reaction. That's not what we're doing here. Not at all. Kyrie was trying to empower himself. He was trying to learn some history. He was diving into a different realm. I haven't seen the movie yet. I have not read the book. I wanted to see the movie because of all the free promotion that the NBA media is giving the movie. I want to see what they're debating about and what's so aggressively wrong in the movie, because it's readily available on Amazon Prime. So I don't see how egregious it could be. But we're going to talk about that in the Kyrie Irving video. Stay tuned to that. We ain't going to take too long on that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Nobody's out here antagonizing any said ethnic group, religion, or anything. That's not what it is. Dave Chappelle was merely making jokes about the situation. Didn't defend Kanye West. What they're doing to Kyrie is ridiculous. We're going to get into that. But, yeah, stay tuned. We're going to be back. Yeah.